what you said, there is no roadmap. That happens to be true and it happens to be wrong. So I know it's confusing, so let me explain. So here's the first thing to understand. The way that we collect information, this is why I love being a clinician. So like, you talked about the last lecture. So this person was saying if people don't push you, that means that they don't, care about you. They're not invested in you. They know the moment that you give up on someone is the moment that you stop pushing them, right? Makes perfect sense. And then there are also people who've been pushed to the point where they like crack under pressure. That's actually way more common. And so generally speaking, pressure, just like any other part of biology, if I exert pressure on some part, on some joint, on some part of soft tissue, we'll develop a callus. It'll become tough. So this is where the reason there's no roadmap is because people aren't the same, right? So we all have unique genetics. We all have unique experiences. We all have a unique internal dialogue. And so the whole point of personality, and we can define personality like by the technical terms, which is it is the way that you interpret information, the way you perceive the world, your internal reactions, and the behaviors that you engage in. So you can take literally, two different human beings in the exact same situation. I've worked with a couple of survivors of like genocidal conflicts. And the really interesting thing about that is not everybody gets PTSD, which is like really weird, right? Like if you think about this is like a genocidal conflict. So we have tons of people who all experience the same thing, but their reactions to them are really different. That's what's fun about being a clinician. What I try to focus on and what I learned, I looked for a roadmap. And what I found is that there's not a roadmap. There are thousands of roadmaps.